YouTube? GK's back with another video, and I'm so happy to be back and doing gaming. This is Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin Trial Version 2. I missed the first one because I hadn't had a PlayStation 5 at the time, so I'm going to give you my impressions about the game and talk about it overall. The first thing I want to get out the way is I know this is not your typical Final Fantasy title. In fact, if you talk to some nostalgic FF fans, longtime players, the last few titles haven't been the typical Final Fantasy title. But I will say that after playing this, I am now invested. I get it, and I understand what it's trying to do and the feel of it. From watching the gameplay and the trailers, I understand how off-putting it was, especially as an FF fan. But it's going to require playing it to understand it, and I'm going to try to describe it. It feels like an offshoot of those old school Devil May Cry games where the characters don't necessarily fit the world, but the aesthetic of it all comes together perfectly, which is a weird thing to say in an FF game. The combat goes without question. It is Team Ninja, and it feels very, very good, especially after the feedback that they gave about the game and the changes they've made. That is something to be commended. Square Enix, Sony, whatever, listening to the player base, doing them surveys like I did myself when I completed the demo, and having implementations that reflect the players' wants. The characters and cast feel good, they feel original. I can't wait to learn more about them. I will say though, Jack's voice acting in at least the western part does feel a little bit weird, and you have to kind of get used to it, but the others definitely feel well. And to those complaining it's another boy band, no, there is a fourth warrior light. It is a woman, and we have a minority male there without a freaking afro like Saz or Barrett back in the day. I like this modern take, and it feels good. It doesn't feel shoved in your face. Again, that goes back to what I was saying about this hogposh of stylistic choices coming together to create something beautiful, and it does look beautiful. It's not necessarily 100% next gen like Final Fantasy VII Episode Yuffie, which I just completed and have the whole playthrough of to try to figure out how I'm going to present it to you, but it is better than serviceable in terms of its graphics. It's a Final Fantasy game, you know those are kind of always on point. Along with the themes of the chaos, with Garland mentioned in there and mixed in, and how that all unfolds. Very Dissidia-esque. I do like Dissidia, especially that original PSP version. It was a very fun game for a multiverse. This isn't a multiverse, it's kind of an origin, though they've come out and kind of explained what it is a little bit more. My one kind of gripe though would be multiplayer. It wasn't as seamless or fluent as I would have liked, but that can be tweaked. It only needs a couple minor things here and there to get that fully functional. That would be my one kind of negative, but not really, because I am a solo player at heart. Plus, the difficulty setting and multiplayer is an issue. They did talk about this at the Tokyo Game Show, so I was going to kind of save this for later, but I am worried about the difficulty of the game because I did hear that hard mode was going to be taken out of it and replaced with just normal and the storytelling kind of mode, kind of like how Final Fantasy VII did it. Probably that hard mode will be available after you beat it. I'm not a big fan of that. I would much rather play it initially as hard as possible, but I'm going to save my hot takes about this for another video. So I hope you enjoyed. Answer in the comments what game I should play next. Stream, maybe VODs, I don't really know. All I know is I'm really excited to be back to gaming. I'm not going to forget about our anime and manga. We still have to talk about a few adaptations. Mainly the Mario movie got announced, as well as a Nier Automata movie. Those are big deals, so that'll be coming later this week. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and let me know.